Alright, so let's say that we have now arrived at the end, and I'm actually pretty happy with how this looks. I'm ready to put this on Instagram or send it to the printer or whatever's going to happen with this piece that I'm working on. So in this lesson, I'm going to break down how to do that. Now, if you just want to save this to post on social media or put on your own website or something, you really only need a JPEG for that. The Clip actually makes this really easy. You go to File, Export, and it's Export Single Layer, and then JPEG. It's going to open up a window you can save this file into. So it's already got our file name in here. I'm going to click Save. This is going to bring up a couple of options. The first is to preview the rendering result on output. This just means that it'll pop up a little window, and I'll show you when we get to that point, that can show you what it's going to look like. I haven't really found this to be necessary. Next is quality. If you're worried about file size, you might want to lower this down. But the lower this number is, the more likely you're going to have artifacts, and it's just not going to look that great. Output image, I usually ignore all of this because I don't use graph files, text files, story information, or folio information in any of my work. I will go into a little more detail on different layer types in a lesson coming up here, but I usually leave all of this unchecked. Expression color, I leave this on RGB. This is sort of the default for any sort of use on the internet. You can go into advanced color, and there's some more options in here. I've never really messed with it. I just kind of leave everything on the default there. I do usually leave the profile checked. I don't know what difference it makes, but I leave it checked anyway. And then there's also options to rescale this. So especially if you're going to be attaching this to maybe an email, or you don't need to send it at the full size, which in this case it's a pretty big file. It's almost a little over 4,000 pixels tall and wide, and it's 400 dpi. So if I just want to put this on the internet, I might lower this down all the way to say 150 or something. For this section, you can leave this on illustration or comic. I haven't really been able to tell much difference either way. So I'm going to leave it on illustration and click OK. Here's that preview that we're getting. In case you want to see that, you can check that box. If you don't want to see this, you can just leave that unchecked on the previous screen. You'll also get the file size here, which you can adjust at this point too. So this is about 1.5 MB. If I lower this to 80, you can see it pretty dramatically changes the file size. If file size is a problem, you can see there's a huge difference in 90 and 100. So at 90% quality, we're at 400 kilobytes. If I change it to 100, we are at 3 times that amount, more than 3 times that amount. So it's probably a pretty good idea to set this to 90 or 95 or so. Just click OK, and now you have a file you can share on Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media exists at the time you are currently watching this course. Now, if you want to export your file for getting printed, that's a little bit different. First, we have to make sure we have one flattened file, and we need to set the mode to CMYK. First off, as a habit, I make sure I save my file again. Just Control S, that will save this file and save all the layers intact. Next, you can just right-click anywhere in the layer stack and click Flatten Image. And this is going to squash all the layers down to just one layer and get rid of all the other layers. Next, we're going to go to File, and then Export Single Layer. I would recommend a TIFF file. That seems to be the standard if you're doing something with a comic book publisher at least. Your own publisher might require something different, but I'm going to choose TIFF and click Save. We've got our rendering result checked if we want. Everything else is pretty much the same, but the expression color, we need to change this to CMYK. For the advanced settings, again, I'm going to leave these exactly like they are. I'm not going to worry about it. Embed the profile. What we set it to very early in the course was that swap file, which to me does a pretty good job. You can change the resolution. You can set it at the original resolution, which is probably what you're going to be doing if it is going to be printed. Again, leave this on illustration and click OK. There's how it's going to look, and click OK. At this point, what I would do, click Undo to get our file stack back, because you don't want to save this as one layer, because you won't be able to go back and get your, and change any of this. You're going to lose your ability to make all those edits. So it's really important to make sure that you Control Z to bring your layer stack back, or if you're really paranoid, you could just save this as a different file first. You can go up to File, Save As, rename it to CMYK version or something, and then make your changes, and that way you don't have to worry about accidentally overwriting your file. Once I know I've got all my layer stack back, I will save it again, and we're done. Let's move on to the next one.